There's a huge part of success that nobody's talking about, and I want to dive into it really deep on this video. So the goal of success, from what I've been taught and when I actually teach myself and I truly believe, is to do whatever you want, however you want, with whoever you want, whenever you want, for as long as you want, right? That's the goal. But what people don't realize is that we've been in this conditioned society, and as we go throughout life, we've been taught to wake up at a certain time, to go to school at a certain time, to go take a nap at a certain time, to eat food at a certain time. We're pretty conditioned, right? Like when you think about that. And then we go to work and we got to clock in at a certain time. We have to follow a certain amount of rules. So we know we have expectations. And if we don't meet those expectations, we don't get those rewards. And those rewards, right, they are what really keep us coming back. And because we also know that if we don't get those rewards, we're also maybe going to get the punishment, right? So you have kind of this this structural kind of reward, punishment type of situation that we've gone through our whole lives. But what winds up happening is when you create actual financial freedom, you create actual geographical locational freedom, and you create freedom from having to be in the grind, right? You have so much freedom that you actually don't know how to process it. Now, I think you're thinking, oh, that's bullshit, man. Like, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna hang out with friends, maybe I'm gonna read books, and I'm gonna meditate all the time, I'm gonna learn. Listen, I've been through this. It's taken me 4 years now to learn to slow down enough to be able to handle not having the constant stimuli of you have to do this, be here, do that. Literally, I could say in this very moment, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Japan right now. I could just pack up all of my stuff and I could just fly to Japan right now on the next flight that goes from Colombia to Miami, to LAX, to Japan. And I could get there tomorrow. And it wouldn't change anything in my life. I could book an Airbnb. That's a ridiculous amount of freedom. And the thing with that freedom is it comes with a huge amount of responsibility because we're so used to being managed that we don't know how to manage ourselves. So what happens is you don't know how to manage yourselves and you lack discipline and you start to develop procrastination. Okay, that's a big, big deal because then you don't create the success you created before because there's nothing lighting that fire underneath you. And that is not where you want to be in your business. And then the other piece that nobody talks about is just the sheer boredom, right? We all have these dreams. We have these dreams of what we want to accomplish in life. And as you start to go throughout life and you accomplish more and more of these dreams and you check them off, there's not so much left to check off. And it actually becomes a little bit unfulfilling. When I was younger, I used to want to be born wealthy. I was like, man, I wish I was rich. I wish I had a trust fund. I wish everything was given to me. And then I see how these people grow up, people that I've known personally, and like they don't really have a lot of fulfillment because they don't have as much value as you and I have because we've had to earn it every step of the way. So these are things you don't think about when you become successful, but I can tell you from living them that boredom is a real thing, right? Like so many of the things that brought you pleasure before, now that you've grown, right? Because you're definitely growing if you built this type of success in your life, you just don't get the same fulfillment from those things. Maybe the alcohol, the partying, maybe, if you're chasing partners or just anything in general. And then also you just have the freedom to do anything at any time. And that really is an interesting concept because it doesn't put any structures. So what I want to share with you is it's your job to manage yourself. It's your job to have integrity. It's your job to step into your power and do the things that you need to do, right? And I know we have these huge dreams and I want you to get to that point. I really do. Like, I think it's a beautiful thing and I'm not diminishing it at all. I'm not saying don't get there. What I'm saying is it's just another side that nobody sees. And I want to share it with you because this is a big deal, right? Imagine if all of your dreams were accomplished and you checked off everything you wanted to do in life. What would you possibly aspire for? And I'm not saying I'm anywhere near that because I'm not. But what I can tell you is because I've changed what I desire because my ego is a lot less, I desire way less. And because my environment I've created where I'm completely geographically mobile, right? And I'm completely financially stable, I'm in a place where I don't have to do anything. I really don't have to. There's a few things I gotta do. Let's call it maybe 10 to maximum 20 hours a week. If I'm pushing it, probably could get away with 10. Think about that. Think about that in your life without those structures. So as you grow, my point of this video is as you grow into this place, I want you developing those skills, right? And those traits that are gonna serve you when you do get to that point. Because something that you're not thinking of at this point is like, wow, what's it gonna really be like when I don't have to do anything? Like when you can just sit on a beach in Cabo for the next 24 months, right? That actually gets boring too. So just think about that.